Sorry about all that. What's going on, world? Good Monday morning. Everybody get their work week started off good. Me, myself, I'm just getting off work. And I'm headed toward my weekend. Uh, so I just saw an article yesterday, I believe it was on Boxing Scene 24 about Dana White and Zuffa Boxing, or Zuffa Boxing, however you pronounce it, being close to signing Mikey Garcia to the company. Um, then that could be pretty big. I do remember a few months back, Zuffa was also trying to sign AJ to a $500 million deal, or so that's what it said. But if Zuffa and Dana White, if they are able to sign a boxer like Mikey, I mean, that would be really big. He just won the junior welterweight title not too long ago, beating what's the name, Sergey Lipnets. Of course, he vacated after beating him. He vacated that junior welterweight title so he could continue to so he can defend his lightweight title. So and what's crazy is, with this, if Dana White does sign him to Zuffa Boxing, I mean, this is Mikey Garcia is a top 5 pound for pound boxer in the world right now. So that's pretty huge. And this will probably be good. Remember, White, he was involved with the promotions for Mayweather and McGregor, and it's well known that he's always been a boxing fan. He started off trying to box as a team, and things just didn't work out. But man, if Dana White could sign Mikey Garcia and get a few other champion boxers, man, he could really shake the game up. One thing that we know for sure is Dana, he's always willing to give the fans what they want as far as fights. Like, if fans want to see certain boxers fight, he'll do what's necessary to get those two fighters in the ring. And with this, man, if he signs Mikey Garcia, man, he's putting other boxing promoters on notice, and a few should be scared. Basically, Golden Boy and Top Rank. And that'll be especially true if other boxers start seeing things going positively for Mikey under Zuffa, as far as his fights, who he's fighting, what he's getting paid, and probably even things like health insurance, because that shit, it really is important. In the past, recently, not in the past and a little recently, it hasn't been too long. It should kind of still be fresh in some people's minds. He's had his issues with both Top Rank and Golden Boy. If you remember a few months back in December, Bob Arum said that Dana White, like, he said, who gives a shit about Dana White? Like, Dana White's a piece of crap. And then, Dana White pretty much called Bob Arum the biggest, the dumbest promoter in the history of boxing. And with Golden Boy and Bob Arum, they were both of them were talking shit about the Mayweather Pacquiao fight, how it's just a big circus and a big facade, and it's bad for boxing. In actuality, they were probably just upset that they weren't able to, that they didn't come up with with that idea of, hey, why don't we get one of the biggest, why don't we do like some type of crossover bout, because they missed out on a lot of money, and just for the fact that it was under Mayweather Promotions that did that, that probably hurt both of those two little girls a lot. But anyway, if you remember also, and Bob Arum, I'm not really trying to get off topic, but just with Dana White and the beef that he has with Bob Arum, he was giving Bob Arum a lot of crap some years back for not making the fight for Pacquiao versus Bradley 2 immediately after their first bout, which Pacquiao lost, and a lot of people say that Manny was robbed of of that victory, and he lost his WBO welterweight title. Instead, what he did was match Manny up with Juan Manuel Marquez for their third fight in that trilogy. You really can't blame Arum for that, in my opinion. Those first two fights between those two, man, they were epic fights. Like, they were really good. And nobody really gave a damn about seeing Bradley and Pacquiao, fighting again, regardless of the win being, or the win for Bradley being a robbery or whatever. A lot of us fans really, I don't know, I could have cared less about that fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a Manny Pacquiao fight, so that was cool and all, but Bradley's boring. Like, Bradley's a boring fighter. But yeah, anyway, so and with all this said, your UFC and your boxing promotions, they're different. So, again, White's been around boxing for a long time, so he may have some type of insight into how boxing promotions work, but I don't know. Matching UFC fighters up is pretty straightforward. Fighters are made an offer, they agree, they sign, boom, fight made. It's a little bit more to it, but it's pretty straightforward, basically. There's not a lot of politics involved with it. Boxing, on the other hand, man, you've got to deal with the sanctioning bodies, WBA, IBF, what have you, TV networks, man. That everybody wants to know, like, what are the fighters' purses are going to be. Everybody wants to need to know how they are going to get paid, and all kinds of other BS that goes on. So, us as boxing fans, we know that negotiating fights, those talks can break down, pretty quick if people aren't getting what they want, man. They like to get what the fans want, man. It's over. We're not moving forward. So I think he'll be a good box promoter, and I think us as fans will benefit from Dana White being the promoter the most. Especially, like, just think about this stuff with AJ and with Deontay Wilder and AJ going on right now. Could you imagine if AJ was Dana White's boxer? Everybody would be talking about, who's going to see the fight, because the fight would already be in place. They may have damn well fought already. You know what I'm saying? Because he was going to make that happen, regardless of if he was going to make less money at the time, just from Dana White's history. Even if he's losing money, if the fans want to see it, he'd rather keep the fans happy than just to milk the cow. If you get what I'm saying, he wouldn't be talking about having a fighter get a tune up or something like that, before a championship fight. White probably say the hell with a championship fight, man. You're gonna have to find some way to use that championship fight as a tune-up during training camp or something, in this signing, man, if everything again goes right, man, a lot of other boxers are gonna start looking at Dana White and Zuffa to see what they have to offer, man. This could really shake some things up, in my opinion. I really think so. It's really something to keep an eye on. And so remember, a few years ago, Mikey Garcia was inactive for maybe about a year or two. I think it was like 2014 to 2016 or something like that. He was inactive because of the issues the contract issues he was having with Top Rank. Him not being paid, him not becoming like a breakout star. He just was. He wasn't getting what he deserved. That's pretty much good old Top Rank for you. And he even turned down with an offer from Golden Boy to fight Goto. I think to fight Cotto. I think it was for like $2 million or probably even more than $2 million. But Golden Boy wanted him to sign a multi-fight deal with them, and he wasn't for that. So he just felt like he wasn't getting what he was worth. So he sat out for a while. He was a free agent for a little while until he fought Bronner, and that win against Broner, it got him $1 million. And Mikey seems like he's a solid, loyal dude who just pretty much just wants to be treated fairly and with respect and paid like a fucking champion should be. Shit. So hey, and not to mention, Mikey has a unification bout coming up, either July August against Robert Easter Jr. From what I saw, it's going to be at the Staples Center. So, yeah, that's what's up. And what's crazy is also, Mikey Garcia has also said he's interested in fighting Lomachenko, who is under who is under top rank. So I'm wondering if Zuffa Boxing does sign Mikey Garcia. Garcia makes it past Robert Easter with a win. What if he calls Lomachenko out? And when he calls Lomachenko out, will that fight be made? Will Dana White and Bob Arum, if it comes to this, will those two be able to, be big boys and go ahead and get the job done? Because these two dudes really don't like each other. They really don't like each other. I would hope, just for the sake of the fans, that they would get it done. Because I would love to see that fight. That would be a really good fight. And yeah, that would be something really cool to see. So things really could get interesting. I think they will. So this will be something to watch in the upcoming weeks and months. And you know what? Don't be surprised if in the next few years that we'll start seeing fights, boxing matches promoted by Zuffa or the UFC. And when we watch these fights in the middle of that ring, we see UFC in big ass red letters, and you'll have to remind yourself that you're at a boxing match and not MMA. So that's something to be ready for. So I actually think that's gonna happen. I hope. I hope he does sign Mikey Garcia, man. I would love to see some shake up in boxing, a new boxing promotion company, a dude with a lot of money and who's known, and hell, he's worked with Al Heyman in the PBC already, and Mayweather with the Mayweather and McGregor fight. So this could really be something, man. Hopefully this isn't like hopefully this isn't some BS, because I know recently there also saw an article on the MMA site, like Golden Boy. They're starting their own MMA. It's called Golden Boy, MMA. But it's crazy. It's bullshit though, in my opinion, because their first bout is, they're trying to get Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz 3. I mean, if you watch the UFC or kept up with it at all, you'll know Chuck Liddell is like damn near 50 years old. Same thing for Tito Ortiz. Like, get the fuck out of here. Who wants to see these two dudes fight? But anyway, that's totally off the point. I could care less about MMA, really. Just straight about boxing. But again, this is something really something to keep an eye on, man. And I think it's good. It'll be good for boxing. We need we need to get some shake up in these in the promotional area going on, man. There's too many rats and snakes out there right now, and liars and all of that, So yeah, drop a comment, tell me what you think. Remember, work hard. God bless. See ya.